Dylan here in Rome, Georgia. I got Luke Gallows with me.
How's it going, man? Good to be here. When I was 8 years old, I saw WWF on Saturday morning, and I saw Jake, I saw Sergeant Slaughter, and I saw Hulk Hogan, and I was like, I have to do that. So then it became this weird obsession. My parents hate pro wrestling, but my dad made a deal with me that if I finished college and got my degree, he would pay for me to go to any wrestling school in the country. You know, I started hitting the gym when I was like a freshman in high school for football. I took the Division II scholarship, and there was a guy they called Luscious Lance. And Luscious Lance was not a pro wrestling extraordinaire, but I was wrestling under a mask. I had one tattoo with tape around it. I looked out, and amongst the 20-something people, my football coach was sitting there staring. He called me into his office the next Monday morning, and they just berated me, all the coaches. You want to be Dusty Rhodes, or you want to contribute to this team? And I said, I want to be Dusty Rhodes. He gave me a week to think about it, then I quit. And I had to call home and tell my father I gave up a free education to be a pro wrestler. I had not made more than $20. So luckily, my dad was like, you're going to do this now. I submitted a tape for WWE Tough Enough in 2004. Got accepted, had never been in a ring bigger than 16 feet before. Was asked to hit the ropes by Al Snow and promptly fell out on the back of my head in front of all the agents, Johnny Ace, the McMahons, everybody. So I thought that was the end of the ride. But I kept sending my stuff every week. Eventually got the call to go to the developmental territory in McDonough, Georgia, deep south. And a year later I was on TV being the Imposter Kane. So everything kind of came in reverse for me. I got to go to the WWE. I worked the Festus gimmick, which was a mid-card gimmick. It was a babyface thing that people got behind. And then my friend CM Punk and I, we worked together in the Straight Edge Society, and then at 27 years old, I found myself out of that job. So the struggle never ends. It's kind of what I'm telling you. I lucked out because I was a big guy, but now, I'm a guy who wants to go back. And my advice to you, and you're around guys who have forgotten way more about this than I'll ever know, but one thing that someone told me a long time ago that stuck in my head was, no is not an answer. No is just another question. So let them tell you no, man.
Jake's fought addiction and drinking and living on the road. Did you have to find yourself fighting any of those battles when you were on the road?
I sympathize with guys like that because I love to drink and have a good time. And then when I started teaming with Punk, he was straight edge for real, and out of respect for him and out of respect for the money I was making for our household, I didn't have a drink in public the entire time that we worked that gimmick. But I don't criticize those guys. I sympathize with those guys because I see just how easy it would be for any of us.
You said growing up that Jake was one of your favorite wrestlers.
He really was. I've always been a fan of him. Jake's one of the great minds in this business who, if somebody would let him have the reins of something, who in the knows what he could do. We all need a second chance. I mean, whether it be performance-wise, in the ring, in the gym, in our personal lives, we all up. Who might have placed judgment on him or his inner strength? So I think that a lot of the guys that have a good heart and love this business just wanted to see them do good and be back in the driver's seat. So somebody made the remark that they couldn't believe that Jake wasn't dead yet. So I think it's amazing to see him doing what he's doing now. It's cool.